Hello there. This is a video for my final reflection on my semester in Bali, interning with East Bali Immersion and East Bali Cashews. I sit here at the office of East Bali Cashews, a cashew factory located in Desaban, which is a northeastern region of Bali. It is part of the driest and the poorest regions of Bali, and I have spent the past 6 months interning at East Bali Cashews and East Bali Immersion. East Bali Cashews is a cashew factory that employs over 600 people from this local community. It is a social enterprise, and its primary focus is to utilize the cashew nuts that grow all around this region and employ the local community at the same time. East Bali Cashews has done very successfully and has managed to ship their cashews to over 6 different countries, including Australia, New Zealand, United States, and China. And with all of this success, they have managed to start a preschool that's located at the cashew factory, as well as a eco lodge called East Bali Immersion. I spent most of my internship at East Bali Immersion, and during my time there, I also was working on a thesis for my IRIS semester. My thesis was primarily focused on the impact that East Bali Immersion and East Bali Cashew has had in Desaban, and I primarily focused on the economic impact that East Bali Cashews has brought to Desaban, the social impact that it's had on the people, as well as the international presence of the people that visit the Eco Lodge on the local community. It was a really amazing experience to do this, and it was great to be able to be here for so long as well. I arrived in Bali in the middle of July, and I actually had a month and a half where I wasn't working on my IRIS or my thesis to integrate into the community and just focus on my internship and to learn about East Bali Cashews and make friends in Desaban. About 2 weeks into my internship, I flew to an island next to Bali called Java, and I did a 10-day intensive Indonesian language course, which was really amazing, but really difficult too. It was about 6 hours a day for 2 weeks, with only a couple of days off. And at the time, it was really difficult, and after the 5th day, my brain was totally fried. But after about a couple months in Bali, all of the things that I learned in that class would just randomly come up into my consciousness, because primarily in Desaban, only a couple people actually speak English. So for the majority of my time in Bali, I was speaking in Indonesian. And saya pikir saya belajar banyak dan setiap hari saya bisa belajar lagi, which means that I learned a lot, I think, primarily with people learning from my friends that I hang out with and I work with here at East Bali Immersion. So my job at East Bali Immersion was pretty diverse, where different international guests from around the world would plan with my manager a customized experiential field trip to the Eco Lodge. Some days it would be only 2 days for a group, and then it was up to about 2 weeks. And we offered a variety of different things. I sit here at the end of a 2-week trip with this gap year program from the United States of America, and it is a very diverse experience for them. Some days they're doing social projects where they're teaching the locals English. They built multiple recycling and trash bins, and then taught a class on sustainability for the preschool here. The other day we went on a sunrise hike up to a mountain and then visited the oldest village in Bali, where they have a very specific way of dealing with their dead, and so we got to visit that, all while providing money for the different villages and communities that we visit too. So it's a pretty symbiotic relationship between the tourists and the locals too. The locals, through my understanding of my IRIS, really are curious and want to engage more with international communities. And through my IRIS, I interviewed a variety of different people that live in Desaban and who work for East Bali Cashews. And the majority of the people that I interviewed all clearly voiced how important East Bali Cashews is for the community, because it has brought hundreds of jobs. It has increased the wage from $2 a day to $8 a day, and it is teaching them a variety of different social and professional skills. Some of the challenges that I've had on this internship, what I think is that because I played so many different roles and I was really immersed within a community, is finding the correct things to write about for my iris. I think that in the future I should have worked harder to focus my study on a specific thing, but a part of like my interest in my attempt to immerse myself in this community is that I was so open-minded to like so many different things, and I think that as positive as that was, it could have been more constructive if I focused my intentions. But overall, it was an amazing internship, and I would recommend any other global student to go to it. There's so many things I can talk about too. But yeah, that's it. Peace out, Nikki P.